adrenaline neck and neck with people. I just feel like I thrive in that situation. So I was like, just get up on his shoulder, and then you can, be really tough and get the win. So like I said, I love racing, and I just feel like, once I was neck and neck with him, I was like, all right, I'm not losing.
It's really some mature patience there to see him go that early and be like, wait, maybe it might be too early. Do you think a younger Drew, do you think you would have moved with him right away, tried to cover it?
Yeah, maybe. I definitely think I race a lot of the same guys on the circuit, so you sort of know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and Amon's really fast, and so I was sort of just like, okay, he's going to have a good kick, but maybe, I've been doing a lot of strength work. I ran a 10K, some longer road races, so I was like, so just keep him within sight, and, you can have, you have a good last 150, and so that was all I was really focused on.
How has training been going, under the new Tinman, new training, well, just how have things been going, right?
Yeah, great. I'm still training with the same guys, but just different sponsor, just different life situation. We have some new guys we're training with, but things have been great. I've stayed really healthy for 2 years now, and so I feel like I'm just starting to reap the benefits of just 2 years of health and just being in a good situation. So I feel like there's a lot more on the table and a lot more I can do, but right now I'm pretty happy with that win and with where I'm at.
Gorgeous night for racing. Did you have any time expectations coming in tonight, or?
Not really. I didn't care. All I was focused on was winning. I'm just so sick of chasing times, and I just want to be competitive and try to win. And literally, we could have run 15 minutes today. I don't care. I just was try to win, and I did, and so I'm really happy with that. I just miss being competitive. I feel like I'm just so used to seeing fast times, and I'm I just want to win some freaking races again. So
speaking of that, what do you think of the Grand Slam track format?
Yeah, I think it was great. I mean, I was bummed that they canceled the last meet, which they have some things they need to figure out, it sounds like, but racing's why I fell in love with the sport. And I think the shoes and just the information on training, everyone runs so fast now, but I care about who finishes, who gets across the line first, and I think that's something I'm trying to get back to. I feel like I was sort of just in such a time mentality, and I almost felt like I lost a little bit of grit and some toughness with racing and trying to win. And so tonight was perfect for that. I just was just try to win, and it was really good to just feel strong and feel fast and just kick in the home stretch and be the first guy across the finish line.
Yeah. What are some ways you think we can kind of emphasize that more in the sport as a whole?
I really think world standards are something that pushes people to run fast. I feel like the last few years I've skipped indoor track because I've just been so jaded to the idea of just showing up to one meet in Boston for 10 weekends in a row and chasing times. I know people love that. That's just not what I want to do, and that's why I've actually done more road races the last few years, because it's just pure competitiveness and trying to compete, and that's what excites me. And I know some people love running fast. we have this debate all the time with my teammates. They're oh, I just want to run fast times, and I just really want to get back to trying to be competitive and winning, and so that's sort of what I'm focused on. And I just think this is a personal journey for me. Not everyone has to do that, but something like this just is so great for me to do.
Are you going to continue to target the longer stuff like you did last year, 5K, 10K?
Yeah, I'm going to run a 1500 in 2 weeks, but that's sort of just for training before USA Championships. And like I said, I just want to compete and do well. I don't even have a world standard or anything, but I still feel like I can run with all the top guys in the US and be competitive, so that's what I'm going to try to do at USA Champs and the rest of the year.
You've been in the sport a long time now. How much of a factor do you think recovery is compared to when you started out in the sport?
It's really important. I do feel like the shoes have helped sort of. You can train a lot harder now and not have maybe some of the consequences you'd previously have. But still, I'm a dad now, so recovery is the most important thing. I fly out to these meets and I just sleep for 2 days straight. I'm calling my wife and I'm terrible night of sleep last night.
I have 2-year-old twins.
Yeah,
so
okay, yeah, you get it. Yeah. So it's really important to make sure that you can only train as hard as you can recover, and so it's really important to make sure that you're doing all the stuff behind the scenes to complement all the miles we put in.
Last year, that 10K race at the trials was just really exciting, but obviously you were right on the outside of that. Do you have that race circled on your calendar? Is that something you really want to set your sights on this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, like I said, I have a USA standard in everything, 5K, 10K, 1500, but I don't have a world standard or anything, so I don't know what I'm doing with the trials. USA champs. But I will race whatever I feel like I can finish the highest up in, and so that's really what I'm focused on. Is just, like I said, just choosing, the right races for me and seeing what I can accomplish.
What's next on the docket right now?
Sound running 1500, and sorry, I'm like watching the race too. Sound running 1500, and then USA champs.
Congratulations on the win tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.